Welcome to this presentation. I am Ramnesh Kumar Sahu of class 9th A is here. Today we are going to discuss about the biography of Albert Einstein. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge, but imagination, as said by one of the greatest physicists of all time. Albert Einstein was a German-born theoretical physicist who was born on 14th March 1879 in the German city of Ulm. When he was born, her mother thought him to be a freak because of his larger head as compared to the other children of his age. He also started speaking at the age of 2.5 years, and he uttered everything twice. There is a fact that when he started speaking, suddenly he said, "This soup is too hot." He also doesn't like to play with his friends, therefore, he was referred as Brother Boring among his playmates. He had a keen interest in mechanical toys, therefore, when he saw his younger sister Maza, he asked, "Fine, but where are her wheels?" Albert Einstein was a child genius. When he was 15 months old, his family moved to Munich, and there they stayed till his high school. At the age of 6 years, he became a violin expert as wanted by his mother. And finally, at the age of 15 years after his high school, they moved to the city of Milan and a few months later to Pavia in Italy. Albert Einstein then wanted to study at the University of Zurich in Switzerland, which was more liberal than Munich. He used to solve the practical mathematical and physics problems in his mind and predict the answers and different solutions, which was very interesting as compared to the ordinary children of his age. When he was in school, he was very dissatisfied with the regimentation in the school. Therefore, he always clashed with his teachers and referred as mad in the school because he scored very well in mathematics and physics but scored less marks in other subjects. Therefore, he finally left the school at the age of 15 years after completing his high school. When he was studying in the University of Zurich, he fell in love with a 20-year-old Serbian woman, Mileva Maric. After so many years, he finally married to Maric in January 1903, and in May 1904, their son Hans Albert Einstein was born in Bern, Switzerland, and second son was Edward was born in Zurich in July 1910. But after constant fights, they divorced on 14th February 1919, having lived apart for 5 years. And in the same year, Einstein married Elsa Lowenthal in 1919, having a relationship with her since 1912. And they finally emigrated to the United States in 1933 because the Nazis had attacked in Germany. At the age of 21 years in 1900, Albert Einstein was finally graduated and secured a job in Bern at the Federal Office for Intellectual Property as the clerk in the patent office. And he referred his drawer as the Bureau of Theoretical Physics. In 1905, he worked on the special theory of relativity and uh, the famous equation of E is equal to mc square was derived at that time. In 1915, he discovered the general theory of relativity and find the proof of that topic. And in 1919, he was nominated for the Nobel Prize, and finally he was awarded Nobel Prize in 1922. And when the Nazis came in power in Germany, he finally left Germany and went to the US. And he also won the Nobel Prize in the field of physics. In the World War II, when Germany had been working on the nuclear weapon, the nuclear atomic bomb, he wrote a letter to the President of America, Roosevelt, on 2nd August 1939. On that letter, he wrote that this type of atomic bomb should not be tested on other countries because it might be very dangerous for the country and it can cause a massive destruction. But his letter was not considered useful, and therefore the Americans attacked on the Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, which very dissatisfied Albert Einstein, and therefore he entered into the politics and being referred as famous in the field of politics and socialist than rather than a scientist. And finally, he died on April 18, 1955, because of massive bleeding and other problems. And during the autopsy, the pathologist of Princeton Hospital, Thomas Tolles Harvey, removed Einstein's brain for preservation without the permission to study about the neuroscience and to discover that what made Einstein so intelligent. And finally, this was the story of Albert Einstein from March 14, 1879 to April 18, 1955. He was the greatest scientist of all time. I hope you like this presentation. Thanks for watching.